tell you guys a little bit about myself. I actually came into comedy in kind of a strange fashion. I finished my PhD, and then I went into comedy, which I do not recommend. So like spending 6 years of your life training for the Olympics, and then going, you know what? I think I'd rather be a glassblower. But I have found a way to combine the comedy with the PhD. I'm gonna give you guys a brief seminar here tonight. Origins of life. There's certain milestones in the history of life we should all be aware of. For example, 4.5 billion years ago, we saw the formation of the Earth from the explosion and collapse of the star that subsequently became our sun. 1 billion years after that, 3.5 billion years ago, we start to see the very first fossils in the fossil record, which are assumed to be some form of anaerobic bacteria. 3.4 billion years ago, Larry King hosts his first talk show. And 1 billion years after that, Larry King's future wife begins to evolve. Cyanobacteria. Cladograms. These are diagrams we use in biology to show common ancestry, but you can use them for anything. For example, the mortar and the bullet were both derived from Chinese fireworks. The fly swatter and the hammer were both derived from the rock. Ritalin and the pacifier, both derived from a desire to shut your child up. Ratios. Ratios are actually very important in determining our behavior, whether we realize it or not. For example, the signal-to-noise ratio determines our hearing behavior. This black line is a signal, and the pink line is a noise. When the signal is weak relative to the noise, at that point you can't hear. As it increases in strength, you get to the point where you can hear. And as it continues to increase in strength, finally you get to the point where you can hear clearly. Of course, ratios determine other important behaviors as well. My porta potty behavior determined entirely by this ratio. Both of these are affected by alcohol. Before I start drinking, at that point I won't use a porta potty. A few drinks after that, I can't refuse. A few drinks after that,